Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, everyone. The honorable person, Mr. Dr. Kaharudin SDPM Hum, as a subject lecture, Introduction to Linguistics, and all of my beloved friend. First of all, let's thanks to God. With His grace, we can online discussion on today's opportunity. Blessings and greetings. Always we devote to the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. We are from Group 3. I'm Nela Yodianingsi as a moderator in discussions today. And there is Nabila Zamhir, Nur Humaida Azhar, and Muhammad Taufik. The structure of this morning discussion is as follows. First, opening. Second, Q&A session. Third, closing. Before the event we start, let's open with reading Basmalah together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The next session is a questions and answer session. In this session, I will read questions about phonetics. Then you can give your opinion. Okay, questions number 1 is, after reading the definitions of phonetics from 2 distinct sources, what is phonetics? Define it using your own words. Nabila, time is yours.
Thank you. After reading the definition of phonetics, I think phonetic is the study of how the sounds of language are formed through organs such as the mouth, teeth, tongue, and lung. So it can be said that this science analyzes the sound of the language.
Thank you, Nabila. Nur Humaida Azhar, please.
Okay, the phonetic is a study about 3 concepts: speech organs, speech sound, and the production of speech sound. Then we must understand about these 3 concepts. Thank you.
Thank you, Nur Humaida. Please, Taufik, open your mic.
My answer is the definition of phonetic is the scientific study that deal with the organ of human speech, speech sound, and speech production. Thank you.
Thank you, Taufik. And then my answer is phonetics is the study of the sounds of language used by speakers of a language without looking at the function of the sounds. Phonetics is a part of linguistics. The study how speech sounds are produced by the human speech organ, i.e. mouth and throat. Phonetics also studies how to use language, how humans receive sounds, and how humans can recognize all the different sounds. There are 3 important things in phonetics, i.e. speech organs, speech sounds, and speech sounds production. Okay, next questions, number 2. Phonetics studies about speech organs, speech sounds, and the production of speech sounds. What does it mean? Explain your answer. Nabila, please open your mic.
So I think, as we know, phonetics is the science that discusses speech. So there are 3 parts that are studied in it. Namely, the first is speech organ, which discusses what organ play a role in the formation of sound. The second is speech sounds, which discusses how the speech sounds of a word. And the last, speech production, which is about how sound is produced. Thank you.
Thank you. Nur Humaida, please.
Okay, from me, a speech organ is a sound or voice produces by language, and the second speech sound is a sound or voice be produces by speech of human, and the third, the production of speech is how the human bring out of their voice. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next, Taufik, please.
My answer is speak organ, the action of producing sound within their speak organ. Referencing to organ of speech in the production of human speak sound, they include the lips, teeth, alveolar, ridge, hard palate, velum, soft palate, glottis, and various parts of the tongue. Speak sound. Speak sounds may be understood as a set of distinctive sound produced when people speak in particular language. So a speak sound is plainly a sound uttered by speaker of a language. Production of speech sound. The production of speech sounds indicate the process of making speech sounds by using articular words intended from glowing the air provided by the lung. The air that goes through the glottis in the touch then is modified by the vocal tract, oral cavity, or vocal apparatus, nasal cavity, into different qualities of sound, e.a. consonant and vowel. The production of consonant, the sound, is mainly determined by two factors, a.a. the place where the sound are produced, place of articulation, and the manner how they are articulation, manner of articulation. Thank you.
Thank you. My answer is phonetics is the study of speech organs, speech sounds, and speech sounds productions. Speech organs are organs in the human body that function in the pronunciation of language sounds. The organs involved are the mouth, teeth, lips, tongue, lungs, nasal cavity, alveolar ridge, epiglottis, heart palate, pharynx, and larynx. Speech sounds are sounds that are spoken by speakers of a language. Speech sounds are produced by the human speech apparatus. The form sound waves then can be received by the human ear. The production of speech sounds is a process to produce sounds that goes through several stages, including the breathing process, sound production by the vocal cords, articulation and resonance formation, and vocal placement. Sound is formed by the movement of the articulator, i.e. the movement of the tongue, lips, and teeth to make speech sounds. Okay, next questions, number 3. Consonant is the part of segmental sounds. What is consonant and how are consonant sounds produced in terms of place of and manner of articulation? Explain your answer. Please, Nabila, time is yours.
I think consonant is a sound we make by blocking air through the mouth or nose. We hold it with our lips, mouth, teeth, upper mouth, and back of throat. Consonant sounds are often also called dead sounds because even a word there are only consonants. The word has no meaning in Indonesia. Because consonants are sounds, the sound that is formed is very dependent on how it is pronounced and the specific location in the mouth to pronounce it. So, for example, like the word bomb is pronounced when we putting two lips together. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, Nur Humaida, time is yours.
Okay, consonants are made by blocking the eye flow completely or partially during the speech. The speech and I mainly determined by two factors: the place where the sound are produced, place of articulation, of these sounds collect bilabial, and the manner how they are articulate manner of articulation of this sound collect stop also known as a plosive. Example, when someone want to set a or p voice, he needs to lips come together closely and then block the airflow from a word. After that, he has to realize the air stressed suddenly in mouth, which causes plosive sound.
Thank you. Next topic, time is yours.
My answer is place of articulation. Place of articulation may be understood as the specific location in the mouth in which two speech organs work together in producing a consonant sound. For example, the tongue and the teeth come together in forming a dental sound. There are 6 speech organs which to alter consonant sound. The lips, the teeth, the alveolar ridge, the hard palate, and the soft palate, or velum, and 4 parts of the thank you. The tip, the blade, the body, and the root. Manner of articulation. Manner of articulation describe two things. The first, how different organs of speech interact one another in the producing consonant sound. The second, how the airflow is abstract to affect the production of consonant sound quality. Thus, the manner of articulation is a determinant which present distinct feature of consonant sound in the English language because it is possible to make several different consonant sound. The consonant sound are made to 7 concepts of manner articulation. Stop, fricative, affricative, nasal, lateral, and approximant. Thank you.
Thank you, Taufik. My answer is consonant are speech sounds that are formed by blocking the flow of air in some speech organs. According to the place and manner of articulation, consonant sounds are produced by means of all the speech organs working together to block the flow of air that enters through the speech organs, i.e. the lips, the teeth, the alveolar ridge, the hard palate, and the soft palate or velum, and 4 parts of tongue. Then realize it slowly so that it produces voice and voiceless consonant. Voice consonant are produced by vibrating the vocal cords, meanwhile a voiceless consonant are produced without the vocal cords vibrating. Okay, questions number 4. Vowel is one of segmental sounds. What is vowel and how are vowel sounds produced in terms of manner and place of articulation? Explain your answer. Nabila, time is yours.
My answer is a vowel is a sound that doesn't blow air through the mouth. Vowel sounds are also very dependent on how they are pronounced and the sound organ. It involves 5 main parameters, namely openness of the mouth, tongue elevation, position of tongue elevation, lip shapes, and length of vocalization.
Okay, next, Nur Humaida, please.
Okay, vowel sounds are made in the different way for consonant. Cause vowel don't need airflow, but need a more consonant airflow. Advancement refers to frontness or the backness of the tongue. How front or back the tongue is. Rounding refers to the shape of the lips, whether the Lips are rounded or unrounded. Example, when the jaw is near closed, it will produce sounds. Example, as in he, sons, as in which, or son, as in wool. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Nurmaida. Next, Taufik, please.
My answer is vowel sound is the second segmental sound. To produce vowel sounds, native speaker of English also use the place of articulation and the manner of articulation of vowel sounds. The place of articulation here refer to what speech organ are required to produce vowel sounds, which only consists the mouth, the thank you, and the lips. On the other hand, manner of articulation here refer to how the speech organ are functional to produce vowel sound in terms of height, frontness, as well as rounding. Thank you.
Thank you, Taufik. And then my answer is false are speech sounds that are not accompanied by obstacles in the speech apparatus. The obstacles are only on the vocal cords. According to the place and manner of articulations, false sounds are produced by involving the speech organs, i.e. the mouth, tongue, and lips. False sounds are produced through the air coming out of the lungs into the oral cavity without any obstruction. The barrier are only on the vocal cords, and all vocal sounds are produced by vibrating the vocal cords. Okay, last questions, number 5. Another sound which is found in human language is suprasegmental sounds. What is suprasegmental sounds? Please explain your answer by describing the kinds of the sounds. Nabila, please.
So there are 3 kinds of suprasegmental sounds, namely word phrase, intonation, and juncture. So word phrase, word stress make the utterance understandable to listener by making the important word in rest, clear, and higher in pitch. And intonation refers to the use of this distinctive tone or melody pattern. And the last, junction or transition refers to the phenomenon of pause or interludes in speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Nabila. And next, Nurmaida Azhar, please. Time is yours.
Okay, suprasegmental sound refer to aspects of pronunciation that go beyond the production of individual segmental. Example, stress, and intonation. When the kinds premium stress, secondary stress, and unstressed or zero stress. Not every word have out of the human's mouth is be produced intonation first word, second word, or don't use intonation. Thank you.
Thank you, Nurmaida. Next, Muhammad Taufik, please.
My answer is word stress. Word stress is a certain explain given to a unit of pronunciation, syllable, in individual word, not in pairs of sentence. As an individual item of a verse or a sentence, each word has its own stress, which is put in a syllable of the word. Intonation. All languages in the world have their own intonation. Intonation in English helps to mark the function and the boundaries of synthetic unit. Either a sentence function to as to intron etc. For instance, a statement like she is sleeping is marked as given information when it is ended by failing pattern of sound. matter of sound pitch, but that's no question. When this finished by a rising pitch, juncture. Juncture is the manner of moving, transition, or made of relationship between two concept sound. It is the relationship between two successive syllables in speech. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Taufik. And then my answer is suprasegmental sounds are sounds that accompany segmental sounds, both in the form of word stress, sound pressure, or intonation, and juncture. Suprasegmental sounds are also called secondary phonemes. The function of these suprasegmental sounds is to clarify the pronunciation of language sounds with proper pronunciation, stress, intonation, and pauses. Okay, because all the questions have been answered well, let's end our discussions today. Let's say hamdalah together.
Alhamdulillahirrahmanirrahim.
Sorry for all the mistakes. Thanks for your attention, guys. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.